Welcome to the Write.Publish.Market podcast. If you're a business owner thinking a book would be a great marketing asset for your business, you're in the right place. Maybe you've already committed, even better. I'm your host, Jody Brandon, book publishing strategist and partner for business owners, CEOs, and entrepreneurs, and 20-plus year veteran of the book publishing industry. On the Write.Publish.Market podcast, in addition to learning from me and other industry experts, you'll hear from other business owners about their experiences as we explore all facets of writing, publishing, and marketing a book that will help your business grow in ways you might not even be dreaming of yet. I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. It has been a while since I gave you an update on the relaunch of the third edition of Write.Publish.Market. So let's dive in and do that today. When we last left off, I believe, I was finalizing that manuscript, doing the self-editing and the revising, getting it off to beta readers. So let me bring you up to speed since it's been a while. I got all that done, suffered through the self-editing, which is not a part of the process that I enjoy at all. Did my revision, got my beta feedback incorporated, which was awesome. I did beta feedback a little bit differently this time using a Google form, and that was really great. Made it really easy for me to sort of consolidate the feedback, figure out what I wanted to accept, which feedback I was going to sort of let go by the wayside if it was just something that one person or two people, maybe brought up versus, multiple people bringing up. So, we paid particular attention to the new sections of the book and the sections of the book that have changed the most, which was exactly what I was looking for out of the beta feedback stage of the production process. So now the book has gone to the copy editor, which has been fantastic because, as you know, I am a big believer in using those pockets of time that you have throughout the book production process, to sort of get ahead on some of those other tasks. So I've been working on the sales page on my website. I've been working on getting the pre-order set up. I've been, working on, teasing the book and whatnot to my email list, getting people on a wait list, which, by the way, make sure that you are on the list if you want book updates. Hey there, business owner and aspiring or published author. Sorry to interrupt this episode. Just wanted to check in and see if you're subscribed to Coffee and Commas, my email newsletter, where I share behind the scenes, industry info, and much more about writing, publishing, and marketing a book for your business. Sign up at bit.ly/coffee and commas sign up. That's all lowercase. Now back to the show. Making some of those launch plans, talking with a content strategist specifically about the book launch and how we want to incorporate that into, the bigger Jody Brandon editorial content strategy. So I'm really making use of those, these little pockets of time I have while I wait for, my edits to come back from the copy editor. Also had a cover meeting. So we've got the cover sort of in the mix and finalizing some of those bonus resources, workbook exercises, all of that kind of stuff. So that's what's been going on here. And now, what's coming next? So I feel like the heavy lifting for writing is done. I'm working with an editor who has assured me that we're not looking at, structural type feedback when my edits come back, when my, my copy edit, style sheet, the edit letter, edit memo, all that comes back. So I know that there will still be work to do on my end. I know that from the other editions of this book. I know that from, being on the other side of the desk as the copy editor for so many years. So I know that my work is not done, but the heavy lifting for the writing stage is done. So we're moving on to publish and market. So what's going to be next? We're going to be finalizing that cover. So that's fun because then I can start, sort of sharing that out, teasing that out. And the process definitely feels more real once there's a cover. I think, even though I've written tens of thousands of words, for me, like the cover is really the visual is really the thing that makes it feel like a real or something real is happening in my mind. So I will be in the next couple of weeks reviewing my copy edits and getting that manuscript as clean and finalized as possible, and then submitting that for typesetting. And that will then give me another pocket of time, so that I can get back to, those things that I'm doing with this pocket of time while it's with the copy editor. Finalizing that sales page and the cart, shopping cart, and all of that, figuring out, upsells, downsells, order bumps, tripwires, all of the sales multiplier stuff, and getting ready to open those pre-orders sooner rather than later. Keep teasing things out to the email list and keep working on those launch plans because, again, launch is not, especially for a business owner, I want to say, launch is not, like the make it or break it time, unless you have, some of those like vanity metric goals, like bestseller status, et cetera, which is awesome, right? Amazon bestseller status, super cool. But in my mind, that can be manipulated somewhat to fairly easily. So I'm less interested in that. So launch is not about like a 1 day, a 1 week thing. Launch is more, an ongoing thing for the book and then moving into, long-term marketing and visibility piece of the Jody Brandon editorial, ecosystem. So, like that's both exciting and daunting at the same time, right? Like no pressure, but it's out there forever. So, a lot of work to be done still, but I feel really good about where I am. And that's my update. So make sure you're on the list for book updates. We'll throw the sign up in the show notes. If you are not already on it, I would love to have you and, start sharing some of these updates with you as we get closer and closer to the release in October. So until next time, friends, keep writing. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Write.Publish.Market podcast. I know just how busy business owners and CEOs' schedules are, and I'm grateful you've taken some time out of yours to spend with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, take a quick screenshot and share it on social to let others know you're listening. Use the hashtag Write.Publish.Market to spread the love.